Hello and welcome to our channel Bell Book and Candle. I'm Alex here today, and if you're not new, then you've probably seen our other builds and you're wondering why. Hey, that's another person? Yes, there's 3 people in this channel. You've probably seen my friend Vicky's other builds, and if you haven't, I would recommend that you do because they're very good builds. Definitely go watch them. So today I'm bringing you a very cute, adorable pastel apartment. Now I decided to build it in this lot because I felt like not thinking much about floor plans. So I just picked this apartment that is a small rectangle. Soft pastels are one of my favorite aesthetics, if you would like to call them that. And I feel like a lot of people have a very defined aesthetic taste where they like one particular color palette or one particular clothing style and they wear exclusively that, or they decorate their house exclusively in that style. I have the opposite problem where I like so many things that one day I'm in the mood for pastels and in the next day I am in the mood for a gothic castle that looks like it's possessed by ghosts, which reminds me of the new pack that is gonna come out very soon this January, which I think is very much my aesthetic. Well, that aside, here I am furnishing the toilet. I think at first I wanted to go for an aqua color, but in the end I changed everything to pink. Pink and yellow, I believe, because those little fairy lights also had pink, yellow, and aqua. Picking a mirror is so difficult. We have so many mirrors, but some of them are so bad for bathrooms. They're either too giant or too tiny. I think I was trying to put the laundry in the bathroom, but in the end, I ended up deleting the laundry set. I think I was afraid that Sims wouldn't be able to enter the bathroom if there were so many items around there. So I didn't put the laundry objects in there, but I was trying to figure out what to put in there. And I couldn't come up with anything, so I started putting the other things. I don't usually start by furnishing the bathroom. I guess it was just there, so why not? I was picking a shelf also to put on top of the toilet. I think that toilet is from Snowy Escape, the high-tech modern toilet. Ended up going for that little rainbow cloud shelf thingy. I think it's for children, but who cares? Everyone can enjoy pastel cutesy things. It's not only for children. For some reason, I really like that tiled floor. I know some people hate those chess tile type floors, but I like it. It reminds me of Vans shoes. I guess that's why I kind of like that. I once saw a photo online of an apartment that was like this. It had a brick wall that divided the living room from the bedroom. So there was no door precisely. One of those tiny apartment designs. And I liked that idea, so that's why for this one I decided to go with that. I don't know why, but I have a hard time picking beds on The Sims because... So there's 2 things. They're either cheap but look cute, or they're extremely expensive and have all the benefits that The Sims need, but they're ugly. Because some of the expensive beds, let's be honest, they don't live up to their price. They're kinda ugly. This one is one of the cheap ones, and look at it, it's extremely cute. And I also really like those nightstands and that dresser. I like that style of sort of vintage furniture that has been... I forget the word, but when you repaint old furniture. Listen, sometimes I forget words. Just happens. Just gotta embrace it. If you know the word, please remind me on the comments, because I have forgotten. Anyway, I love that cute little planter with the plants. The planter with the plants. Oh goodness. Again, I forget words, like I said. Here we are putting the living room. I had a very hard time with this one because you see the door is very close to the couch and I was worried that the Sims would not be able to come inside. So I stayed, I think, an hour or something trying to rearrange that couch and I ended up completely changing it. I ended up putting 2 small chairs instead of one big sofa. I feel like in real life, people wouldn't mind if a sofa is right in front of the door, but this is The Sims. The Sims will cry if there's a plate on the floor and they cannot walk. I think I once saw a video of a person who trapped a Sim with those little children's blocks with the alphabet. They put them on the floor around the Sim and the Sim could not move and it would be complaining the whole time. And I don't remember how it was on The Sims 3 or The Sims 2. It's been a while since I played, even a longer time since I played Sims 1. I would like to play it again just to see, just to have a nostalgia moment, you know. I remember playing Sims 1. There weren't many decoration options as we have now, but I would make some horrible design choices because I was like 10 years old and I liked those, you know, those inflatable sofas that were popular in the 2000s that were like lime green. I wanted one of those, so I put that in my Sims house so many times. Here I am trying to make some sort of little home office because in this day and age, who doesn't want a nice home office, you know? In this time, in this economy, you got me? Yeah, I think I ended up rearranging that whole office space because I moved the door. Sometimes it happens to me that I'm looking through the gallery of items and then I find something that would fit another room, so I just go back to that room and then I get distracted and forget that I was furnishing the other room. So if this is a bit chaotic, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get distracted and do something else. So we're back in the living room. I thought I was done, but I wasn't. Same thing as with the giant couch earlier. I was trying to fit a little table here, but in the end I removed it because I thought the Sims would have a hard time trying to get in, and in the end I just put the pillows there. Putting some little plants. And now we're back on the bedroom, because I decided I wanted to put more lighting, as one does, more decoration. While I was editing this video, I noticed I do a strange thing where I shake the camera, like I jiggle the camera around every time I put an item. It was very annoying. Well, now we're in the kitchen and I'm glad we have pink counters because I really like that shade of pink. It's very, very adorable. Okay, but honestly, having a pink kitchen would be a huge responsibility because I think it would get dirty very easily. I don't know, like it's such a light color. Oh, here I was trying to pick a fridge that was in that vintage style. I think that one is from Jungle Adventure. I was trying to put those little plants somewhere because they're so adorable, but I think in the end I put them somewhere else because they interrupted the counters. Not the counters, the cabinets. The cabinets. Counters is what goes on the bottom. Anyway. Here I'm rearranging the whole home office because I wanted to put the dining table in that little corner. Because, like, imagine having a very nice view out the window while you sit down and you eat something. So that's why I put it there. We're finally going into the little office. I wanted to use those two shelves so badly, but I think that in the end I did not use them because I ended up putting a smaller desk. This one was too large. I didn't like how it went against the window, against the curtains, so in the end I just removed it. Oh, and I ended up changing the plants as well, huh? For that tiny living little shelf. It's so cute. Has a little teapot in there. Oh, so here I was putting the smaller desk, as I was saying, because it's a tiny room and I think the huge desk was not going to be very functional there. In the office, you have that painting of the cupcake. I was very obsessed with the painting on the cupcake. I wanted to put it somewhere. I tried so hard to find a place for it. Now, here in the office area, I also put a shelf. It ends up being the shelf from Tiny Living with a television, so technically we have two TVs in this apartment. That's very fancy. Very fancy for such a small apartment. You have two televisions. I also put the fluffy rug on the floor here. I think it looks incredibly comfortable. I wish I could have rugs like that in my house in real life. But truth is, if I have anything like that in my house, I start sneezing. Just really, really allergic to any fluffy, dusty thing that flies in the air. It just makes me sneeze so awfully. So I just, instead of dealing with that, I just don't have rugs, although they look incredibly cute. So of course, while I was looking for decoration items, I found the trans pride flag and I was, you know what? This counts as pastel. We're gonna put it there. And you know, it does look cute, so we kept it. Now we're trying to find some other shelving to put in the hallway that could be something functional, because I imagine in such a small house you would want a lot of storage. I would want a lot of storage. Just put in shelving. I think that shelf's meant to be for children, but who cares? It has a cat. Oh, I moved the cupcake. You know, that's the funny thing about editing these kind of videos is that I don't remember everything I did. So I'm surprised to see when I move things. Like the cupcake. I thought it stayed there, but apparently it didn't. And now there's a curtain there. I changed all the curtains. I also didn't remember that. Anyway, it looks cute like this. Good idea, past me. So here we're putting kitchen decoration. I think those are tea cans from the Snowy Escape pack. I think one of them had a little bunny on it, which is super great. And I'm filling up the bathroom with more clutter because, I mean, in real life, people's bathrooms are full of 100 bottles of shampoo. So I always feel obligated to put more clutter in bathrooms. I think all that's left now are the last little details. You know, like that little mat under the sink in the kitchen, rearranging that space there so the sim could go in there, because I realized, I think, that there would be no way for the sim to walk there unless I move things, because there's only one free square. So I put a plant in the hallway. It looked cute by the window, but the sim would have not been able to walk in there. So I just switched some things of place, put some of the wall decorations in other places, but I think pretty much all the items stayed from that point on. I don't know why I do that thing. Do you see that? For some reason I shake the camera around. I think I mentioned it earlier, but why? Why do I do that? I had to stop recording for a moment because there was a child in the street outside my window who was screaming for some reason. That's the problem with living in a city, is that there's always noise in your street, whether it's cars or a random child or a dog, and that can get quite annoying when recording voiceovers, you know? I found that little shelf with the flowers last minute, and it looks so cute with a mint color contrasting with a lavender wall. I think it looks great. Oh, of course, I forgot the bin until the last minute. Although I think for Sims apartments you don't need a bin because there's the thing in the hallway. So I don't know if it will be useful, but it's there at least. Well, with this, we're reaching the end. Thank you so much for watching. Soon we're gonna have a little tour and some screenshots. And well, please check out our other videos. Taylor recently put an analysis of all the Snowy Escape builds from the perspective of someone who has lived in Japan. So I think you will be quite interested in that. So thank you so much. And here we go with the tour.